I'm the type of person, if you say I can't do it or I won't do it, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So
you know, where I want to compliment you the most is the fact that you can have such a normal conversation while doing this.
I have a lot of practice.
I know you got the shoulders, brother. You know people are gonna get that wrong when you said I had a lot of practice.
Well, anytime you need to work on the motor, transmission, anything, put oil in it,
You got to do this.
you gotta do it. My name's Austin Yoder, so, this is old Skeeter Beater.
What's going on, Mother Truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. So, I saw this young man. He was cranking up, trying to look at the engine. Most people got to use what, 30 people?
Yeah, something like that.
You know, but what's the love with cabovers? I mean, you know, I'm looking at you. I'd hate to say it, but what's your age? How old are you?
I'm 25.
So at 25 years old, most people want the new 389s. You know, what makes you want this? What's the spec on this one?
This is an 84. Last year, the K100C. In 85, they went to the E model. This has got a B model cat in it.
Nice.
Did an air-to-air swap. Originally, it would have been a water jacket after cooled.
Yeah.
Had a 9 direct in it. Pulled the transmission out. Slapped an 18-speed in it.
So are you doing all the work yourself?
Oh yeah.
So this is you.
Yeah, I just finished about 2 months ago. I finished putting the radiator, motor, transmission in it. Swapped the hubs on the front axle. I got a cut off at home for it. I'm gonna stretch the frame about 4 foot. Put another set of rear ends underneath it and have drive line built for it. But man, I love old trucks.
No, I could tell, brother. I could tell, man.
I grew up around old equipment.
Yeah.
Man, I love it. I mean,
you know, introduce yourself.
My name's Austin Yoder, so, this is old Skeeter Beater.
Old Skeeter Beater?
Old Skeeter Beater.
Walk us around it, brother. Walk us around it.
So, I'm not done yet. This truck, originally, being in 84, the air cleaner's mounted up underneath the cab, and I'm going for kind of a West Coast look on it.
Hey,
so,
I'm from California, so
old school, like
school.
70s is what I'm going for.
Nice, nice.
So just kind of making it its own thing with my own little twist on it, and so
I'm happy, man. I think
mean,
the next generation of truck is gonna be okay if you're here, brother.
So
you know, I mean, so today we're gonna do a little tutorial, aren't we?
Yep.
For anyone that wants to get a cab over, you got to check on your engine. What the hell you got to do?
Oh, you got a cab jack back here.
Okay.
And this year jack, and then there's lines that run up to 2 lift cylinders on either side. So start jacking.
Start jacking? How much do you have to jack?
Oh, it's not too bad. The first little bit's hard just because you're trying to get so much up, but once you kind of get to a certain point, gravity kind of takes over a little bit and it goes a lot easier.
I hate to make a joke, but is that why it's called a Skeeter Beater?
No, hopefully eventually it'll, well, it's called Skeeter Beater for 2 reasons. One, eventually it'll smoke a lot, but running down the road, fuel's turned up on it enough, it doesn't quite clean up running down the road.
Yeah.
So I could use a bigger turbo to burn the rest of the fuel, but with it being flat in the summertime, man, it's always covered in bugs. I washed it yesterday and I drove 2 hours down here and I washed it again because there were so many bugs stuck to the front of it.
Check out this, guys. Check this out on this side, guys. You know, where I want to compliment you the most is the fact that you can have such a normal conversation while doing this.
I have a lot of practice.
I know you got the shoulders, brother. You know people are gonna get that wrong when you said I had a lot of practice.
Well, anytime you need to work on the motor, transmission, anything, put oil in it,
you got to do this.
You got to do it.
Man.
I'm going to build a oil pickup or tube that'll come up right there, but when I made a mistake when I swapped motors. I had another B model in this, but this motor was set up at 475, had Jake brakes, and it was air to air.
Wow.
And my other motor wasn't, so I swapped traded motors with my uncle, and he ended up with it. And I wasn't thinking and didn't pull my oil fill tube off, and this one didn't have one. So
jeez.
I have everything to make it. I just ran out of time to do it before the show.
What's the spec on this motor?
It's a 7FB. Originally it was a 400. It was rebuilt back to 4 1/4 spec, and then turned up to 475. And Harry Kilgore did that.
Wow.
But she's got those cattle pots over there on the other side. He's got an 81A model, got a 379, and then it's got a 359 over there.
Can I try this one time?
Go ahead.
What up? The fact that he can have a conversation while doing this, people, I'm getting tired already, and I'm a pro at doing this. All right.
That's good right there.
That's good, right? That's awesome, man. So at this point, it's definitely unsafe to be in the cab.
Well, no, you can get in it. So this is just your lock right here. So this, you drop that down, it'll come down, sit on that. This particular cab, it'll do a full 90.
Really?
So the front of this, well, not quite a full 90 because my fenders will hit.
Right.
But I mean, I could have it down where the visor's sitting about right here. So it'll almost do a full 90 on this one.
That's awesome.
So
we could get a closer look at the interior from here, can't we? Let's check it out. Halfway, let me look.
So I did a interior swap on it, and this interior came out of a parts truck I bought for $800.
Wow.
And it's perfect. I drove 6.5 hours to go get it, but it's brown with tan button VIT, and that's really hard to find. So
you got some talent, brother.
So I scrounge. I'm a scrounger. There's not anything on here that's new. Stacks used, tanks used, fenders used off the cutoff I bought. So I'm just trying to get started. So
I'll tell you this, brother. How long you been trucking now?
Started full time when I was 18. Ran local in the state of Missouri for, well, till I turned 21. And then when I turned 21, I was able to get on with my dad's insurance for his LLC, and I've been doing that. So since I turned 18, I've been running 80 to 130,000 miles in a year.
Sheesh.
So I stay busy, and we do all our own maintenance on the trucks.
You know, when you look at the generation that you're in, and a lot of them just want to play video games and on apps all day, you know, what do you have to say about that? Am I right? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah. I mean, I love working. I like video games, and there's time for that, but I'd rather work on this. And you can have pride, and you can spend money, and you can see what you do. You play video games, yeah, you spend a lot of money doing that, and you don't have anything to show for it, you know. So I like this, and I mean, every truck out here, I mean, man, you build that. Each truck has its own character, and they kind of take after their owners. And I mean, you give me a new truck over old truck all day long, that's what I'll choose. I mean, I started out in a 1981 International Transstar 2, 290 Cummins, 10 direct, 410s on 24 tall rubber, no AC.
So you're used to it.
Power steering. I ran that truck for 2.5 years, put 200,000 miles on it.
Jeez,
so, I mean, I had a blast, and I'm the type of person, if you say I can't do it or I won't do it, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So,
there it is, man. Let's end it with that, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So,
I love it.
You guys have a good one.
Yes, sir.